To hear it from Bennett Omalu, the famed forensic pathologist, the coroner's office in San Joaquin County, California, was a house of horrors. Hands were cut off dead bodies without warning. Corpses were left to decompose in the morgue for weeks on end. Doctors were pressured to turn homicides involving law enforcement officers into accidental deaths. Omalu, whose pioneering research into brain injuries among football players was portrayed in the Will Smith movie Concussion, resigned as the county's chief medical examiner on Tuesday, saying conditions created by Sheriff Coroner Steve Moore had become so intolerable that he worried about aiding and abetting the unlicensed practice of medicine. His 4-page resignation letter, published by the Sacramento Bee, accused Moore of interfering with his medical opinions and trying to control me as a physician. It came just days after Omalu's fellow pathologist, Susan Parson, announced she was leaving the coroner's office over what she called Moore's intrusion into physician independence. Along with their resignation letters, the pair turned over dozens of pages of documents detailing their concerns to the Bee, the Associated Press and other local media. The sheriff does whatever he feels like doing as the coroner, in total disregard of bioethics, standards of practice of medicine and the generally accepted principles of medicine, Omalu wrote in an August memo that was cited by the Bee. The sheriff was using his political office as the coroner to protect police officers whenever someone died while in custody or during arrest, he wrote in another memo, according to KQED. I had thought that this was initially an anomaly, but now, especially beginning in 2016, it has become routine practice. A spokesperson for Moore, who has served as sheriff since 2007, didn't immediately return a call seeking comment Wednesday night. In a statement posted to the sheriff's office Facebook page, Moore said he was sad to learn that Omalu had resigned and denied allegations that he had interfered with forensic investigations. That has never happened, Moore wrote. I would never try to control, influence, or change the opinions of Drive. Omalu or any pathologist working on a case, but I still have the responsibility of making the final determination. In her resignation letter last week, Parson said Moore had made the coroner's office personally unbearable and professionally unsustainable. The sheriff created a hostile work environment, inserting himself into the day-to-day duties of physicians and trying to steer their professional findings, she wrote. Omalu, who has worked for the county since 2007, said in his letter, I must unfortunately stand by and support what Drive. Parson has most succinctly and precisely said. Moore's alleged meddling started in Omalu's early days on the job, according to his letter. As early as 2007, Omalu recalled, the sheriff prevented him from attending crime scenes, even in complicated or unusual cases. In the past 2 years, he said, it got worse. On 5 occasions, Moore ordered technicians to cut the hands off bodies and send them to a forensics lab to be identified, Omalu and Parsons wrote in documents provided to local media.